UK as a time of unprecedented unrest. It began with a horrific tragedy, the fatal stabbing of 3 young girls at a dance class in Southport. Please click the subscribe button. This senseless act of violence sent shockwaves through the nation, leaving communities reeling in grief and disbelief. The peace of a sunny afternoon shattered, replaced by the chilling reality of violence that seemed to erupt from the shadows. The incident quickly became a catalyst, igniting a firestorm of anger and fear that spread rapidly across England and Northern Ireland. The targeting of mosques and asylum seeker accommodations during the riots exposed a disturbing undercurrent of tension within British society. It became tragically clear that the grief and fear sparked by the Southport stabbings were being exploited to fuel existing prejudices and hatred. The nation watched in horror as peaceful streets transformed into battlegrounds, marred by violence and destruction. The events served as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present threat of division within society. Yet, amidst the chaos, there were glimmers of hope as communities came together to heal and rebuild, showing resilience in the face of adversity. The tragedy in Southport, while devastating, also highlighted the strength and unity that can emerge from the darkest of times. In the wake of the Southport tragedy, a new danger emerged: misinformation. Social media platforms, once hailed as tools for connection, became breeding grounds for false claims and inflammatory rhetoric. Rumors spread like wildfire, distorting the truth and fueling the flames of unrest. The alleged background of the attacker in the Southport stabbing became a particularly potent source of misinformation. Unverified claims, often laced with hateful stereotypes, circulated widely online, deepening existing societal divides and inciting violence. Far-right figures, notorious for their anti-immigration stances, seized upon the tragedy to further their agendas. Tommy Robinson and Lawrence Fox, capitalizing on the fear and uncertainty gripping the nation, used their platforms to spread divisive rhetoric. Their messages, amplified by social media algorithms, found fertile ground in the hearts and minds of those already susceptible to fear and anger. The lines between truth and lies became increasingly blurred, creating a climate of suspicion and distrust that further fueled the unrest. As misinformation continued to spread, it became increasingly difficult to discern fact from fiction, further exacerbating the chaos. The media landscape became a battleground of conflicting narratives, each vying for attention and belief. Amidst the chaos, some community leaders and organizations worked tirelessly to combat misinformation and restore a sense of calm. Their efforts, though often overshadowed by the noise, played a crucial role in helping communities navigate the storm of misinformation. As the riots escalated, a powerful wave of resistance emerged. Thousands of anti-racism protesters took to the streets across the UK, determined to counter the hate and division being sown by the far right. Carrying signs demanding justice and unity, they stood as a visible symbol of hope, their voices rising in unison to drown out the chants of hate. These counter-protests, often outnumbering the far-right rallies, aimed to reclaim public spaces and send a clear message. Hate would not be tolerated. In communities directly impacted by the violence, residents responded with resilience and compassion. Neighbors helped neighbors clean up the debris left behind by the riots, their actions speaking louder than words. Interfaith groups organized vigils and peace marches, emphasizing the importance of understanding and dialogue. From the ashes of destruction, a spirit of community arose, proving that even in the darkest of times, hope and unity can prevail. Volunteers distributed food and supplies to affected families, showing that solidarity and support were stronger than fear. Children painted murals on walls, their art projects promoting peace and unity, a testament to the enduring spirit of the community. Section 4. A Government Under Fire: Response and Repercussions. The UK government, led by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, faced immense pressure to address the escalating crisis.
Drawing upon my background as a lawyer, I promise swift and decisive action. We will increase police presence in riot-stricken areas, consider 24-hour court sittings to process those arrested, and ensure severe consequences for those found guilty of participating in the violence. Additionally, we are pledging to crack down on online platforms that allow the spread of misinformation and hate speech. We will not tolerate violence or hatred in our society.
Despite these efforts, the government faced criticism from both sides of the political spectrum. Some argued that the response was too slow, allowing the violence to spiral out of control. Others criticized the government's focus on law enforcement, calling for greater attention to be paid to the underlying societal issues that contributed to the unrest. The riots exposed a deep well of frustration and anger within certain segments of society, highlighting the need for a more nuanced and comprehensive approach to tackling the root causes of division. Moving forward, the government must balance immediate security measures with long-term strategies to address the underlying causes of discontent. Only through a combined effort of enforcement and empathy can the UK hope to heal and prevent such chaos from recurring. Section 5. Scars on the Nation. The Long Road to Healing. As the immediate threat of violence subsides, the UK faces a long and uncertain road to healing. The riots have left deep scars on the national psyche, exposing the fragility of social cohesion and the ease with which fear and misinformation can be exploited. The events serve as a stark reminder of the importance of tackling societal issues such as inequality, discrimination, and the spread of online hate speech.
The leadership of Prime Minister Starmer will be tested in the months and years to come. He faces the daunting task of rebuilding trust, both in the government's ability to keep its citizens safe and in the fabric of British society itself. The riots have highlighted the need for a renewed focus on dialogue, understanding, and addressing the root causes of division.
Only through a collective effort to heal the wounds of the past and build a more just and equitable society can we hope to prevent such devastating events from happening again.
The UK must now embark on this long road to healing, with a commitment to creating a future where such unrest is a thing of the past. It will require the collective effort of every citizen, community leader, and government official to ensure that the lessons learned from these dark days lead to a brighter, more inclusive future for all. The journey ahead is long, but with determination and unity, the UK can emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. Please click the subscribe button